morning, good morning, good morning. It is Saturday morning and it is a gloomy morning. It is supposed to rain, but that is not going to stop me from having a good day / weekend because this whole entire weekend is supposed to be really gloomy and rainy. And I figured, let's make a video. Let's make a video because I don't like when the weather dictates how I'm feeling. And now it's nice to have those rainy days in. It's okay to be in our feels if we're in our feels, but like also we don't need to. So I'm gonna bring you through some of the things that I do to kind of like pick myself back up or pick myself up if the weather is affecting my mood. And this can honestly apply if you're just going through it right now, if you need a little pick me up, if you've been in a rut, you know, maybe there's nothing to look forward to on your weekends or throughout your days. But the thing is you don't need to let life keep you down just because certain things might be not going the best in your life right now. And this morning I was journaling and I was thinking to myself, I am living a certain type of life right now where sometimes I feel lonely. Yes, I live by myself. There's not always things to do, or, you know, I'm working on my business, or, you know, maybe things in life are not the absolute best, but it's not always gonna be like this forever. I'm not ever going to be 27 again, having so much free time and so much alone time. And I really do need to capitalize on this moment. And yes, of course, there's gonna be times where I can just like let myself be in my feelings or be sad. I'm not actually sad or in my feelings right now, but you know, whatever it is, or just like stay in because the weather's not good. But I also could just capitalize on this time and really do the best that I can with what I have. Thinking about it in terms of a gloomy weekend or a rainy weekend, why do I have to let the weather dictate, you know, how my weekend is going to go? Why not make the most of it? So that is what we're going to do. Now, yesterday, I sat down and I made a plan, and I think you should make a plan too. When you are looking at the weather, or when you just know, probably like this weekend, you might be going through it, maybe you're feeling a little bit lonely, depressed, whatever it is, okay? I want you to sit down and make a plan of what it is that you're going to do for the day or the night, however much time that you have. Maybe it's a whole weekend, whatever it is. Because realistically, we all know if you don't got a plan, then plan to fail. This is the thing, okay? Especially when the weather is not good, or, you know, things in life might not be the best. There is actually a list, a plethora of things that we most likely could probably focus on instead of the thing that we're focusing on that makes us feel like more crap. And for me personally, I have so many things that I need to organize, that I need to clean, that I need to work on, that I kind of push aside because, you know, maybe when the days are really good, or when I'm like super social, or, you know, just living my life, I don't really get to these things because they're like not as important. On these type of days, when I really like to get productive in the areas of life where maybe they're not the most important thing, but I keep putting them off. So write out a list of things that you haven't been thinking about, working on, whether that's hobbies, certain goals, passion projects, cleaning, self-care, all the things that might be lower on your list. I want you to move them up on your list right now. Maximize on this time that you have that's more of this downtime. I love to be productive on these types of days or weekends, or, you know, again, when things are not going the best in my life, because this is the thing, if I'm not productive and if I'm not filling my time with doing certain things and I'm just kind of like sitting around, the time feels like it's never ending. Let's say it's raining, it's a crappy day, there's nothing to do. If you just sit around all day doing nothing, it feels like the longest day. Or let's say even when it comes to relationships, right? Things aren't going right in your relationship, and let's say you're like waiting for a text, or you're just like waiting for things to change. If you are actually just sitting around waiting and not doing anything, it is gonna feel so long, the pain is gonna hurt even more because you're just sitting here waiting. So take this time and capitalize on the time that you have right now. So one of the first things I did this morning, because it's specifically gloomy out, is I took vitamin D3. And I mean, obviously talk to your doctor, this, that, and the third, but you guys know vitamin D is really, really good on the days that it's very, very gloomy. And I find when I look at the weather and I'm seeing that it's very, very cloudy and gloomy for the next however many days, especially now because like fall's here. So if I cannot go outside and get sun, then I am going to be taking these drops. And now another thing is to obviously go outside and get fresh air and actually get sunlight. Even if it's cloudy out, by the way, you can still get some sunlight. So getting outside and going for a walk and making life less depressing and boring is very, very key. Another thing that I did this morning before I decided to work on all the things that I put on my list was to journal, okay? And I love journaling out all of my feelings, my thoughts, my emotions, everything. Just get them out, like get this energy out. Any sort of lingering thoughts, emotions that might make me feel weighed down, I like to write it out. And I like to also tell myself a new story, which means depending on what it is that I'm either stressing about or sad about, or, you know, I'm not really sad about anything, but like, you know, just whatever it is, I like to kind of rewrite that story and look at the situation in a positive light. So I like to change the story that I'm telling myself. So, you know, if you're going through a time where things are really lonely for yourself, or, you know, maybe relationships are not working out the best for you, or you're just feeling lost in life, tell yourself a new story about that thing. Is this story gonna be the truth for your whole entire life? Are you always gonna feel sad about your relationship? No, there's probably gonna be some sort of change in your relationship where things are gonna go back to normal, or you're gonna find the person that really loves you and you really love them. Or let's say when it comes to jobs or opportunities or feeling lost in your life, there's gonna be other days where the sun is gonna come out, okay? The sun is going to come back out and you're gonna be able to go out in life and explore and have fun, and you're gonna have opportunities and you're gonna make money and all these things, okay? So I just really want you to pick yourself back up by writing in your journal. If you want any journal guides as well, I have digital journal guides. I have an abundance mindset journal guide prompt. I have a heal to manifest, and I have an inner child healing discovery journal prompt guide. That's a lot. If you're interested in any of them, they'll be down below. As you can see, I'm kind of ready, okay? Like I did my makeup today. Well, I just put blush on and mascara and my lip combo, which right now I'm using Essence in Shadow Rose and Fresh Beauty lip treatment. What's it color? Radiant Rose. And I'll have all my makeup favorites down in my like to know it if you're interested. And you can follow me on Instagram if you want to see like all of my favorite things. But this morning I made sure to actually get ready for my day, even though I'm really just gonna be cleaning and organizing and just doing a bunch of like mundane things, because getting ready makes you feel better about yourself. It makes you just feel like, okay, like this day is going to be something. This morning I was actually considering just cleaning and whatever without really getting ready, but I feel so much better already, so much more motivated to take on my day and to take on certain tasks and actually potentially do some more work and you know, pour into myself even more, because I'm actually feeling like I'm somewhat ready. So definitely get ready on the days where you're not feeling the best, because it will pick up your mood. So listen, I have been putting off cleaning a lot of little spaces in my apartment that I have not touched really. So I wrote a list of all the things that I want to clean and organize and like go through. So that is going to be the bulk of my day. And then there's other things that I want to do too, and tomorrow as well, self-care, all that kind of stuff. But before I get into cleaning, I love to just put myself in the mood of cleaning. Okay, if we're gonna clean and we're gonna do mundane tasks, we are not gonna do that with nothing playing in the background. We're not gonna do that with negative thoughts in our head. So whatever you need to play in order to kind of get you through the day, do it. So either it's your favorite YouTuber, maybe it's me. Thank you so much if you're watching me and you're doing your cleaning. Maybe it is my podcast, the Globe Seekers podcast. Or maybe it's somebody else's podcast, that's fine. Maybe it's music that gets you in a good mood. Whatever it is, play something that gets you in a good mood. Right now, I am obsessed with Morgan Wallen. I am in my Morgan Wallen era. Also really loving Tate McRae. I don't know if I'm gonna listen to any like YouTubers or podcasters, but I'm gonna be cleaning for a long time, so maybe I'll just like switch to somebody that makes me in a good mood. But gone are the days that we are just in a bad mood for no reason, okay? So whatever it is that you have to do or work on, make it fun, romanticize it. Let's not have a boring day, a depressing day. We don't need to. We don't need to. You have the choice to pick yourself back up, even when it feels like, oh my gosh, I can't, or I can't change the weather, or I can't change the fact that somebody's not texting me back, or I can't change the fact that this, that, it doesn't matter. Focus on what you can control. So the first thing I'm gonna do is deep clean my bathroom, so let's get to it. finished basically cleaning most of my washroom. I need to put that brush away. I just cleaned the floors and then I'm gonna put everything back where it needs to go. There's gonna be a little bit of change of plans because my friend just messaged me and she was like, hey girly, what are you doing today? I wanted to go to a fall market and I'm gonna be around your area. Do you wanna go with me? And instinctively, I always naturally wanna say no to last minute plans because I am a control freak, a stickler, everything needs to be perfect and I need to be mentally prepared 5 days before I say yes to things. But I was like, you know what? No. We're gonna go. You know why? Because this is even something that I was gonna say in this video. At some point this weekend, I definitely wanted to connect with my friends obviously, but even in person if possible, to just get out of the house and go have some human connection, whether that be you, let's say, going to actually meet up with a friend, or like you going to a coffee shop and like doing some work, or going to the mall and just like seeing other human beings. I think especially when it's a gloomy day, rainy day, things are not going good in your life, some of the best things that you can do for yourself is to have human connection, because at the end of the day, what you're really honestly suffering from is lack of connection, lack of life in a way, right? Something that I've made really important in my life is to start to prioritize my friendships, romantic relationships, human connection over just me being an introvert hermit, like working on myself, self-development and cleaning and this, that. And yes, it can be very helpful, but sometimes it is detrimental. And sometimes you don't need another day to just be alone with your thoughts. And even if you are able to pick yourself back up, that's great. And that is what I've been doing, and I'll continue to do that this weekend. But I was like, absolutely no. And then another thing was like, I feel like I just manifested this because remember when I was saying like, just get ready for the day. Just like set your day as if you're actually gonna be doing something big in your day. And I think like that sort of energy does allow things to come into your energy field because you are essentially open to life. You are standing up and being like, hey, I'm ready to take on life. And I feel like if I did not get ready this morning, that would have, I'm not saying that I wouldn't have gone, but it definitely would have been another excuse as to why I didn't want to go, because I'd be like, oh, well, I have all these plans to clean. I'm in the middle of cleaning and I'm not ready and I have to get ready. And then I probably would have just not. But because I'm ready, I was like, okay, just finish cleaning your washroom and then just go out and you can clean later. Like, this is not the most important thing. Human connection is honestly the most important thing. So we're gonna go to the fall market. We're gonna continue to clean. I'll probably, depending on when I get home and how I feel, I am a little bit under the weather still. I was kind of sick this week, so maybe we'll just like do it tomorrow. I don't know. At least my washroom is clean, and then I'm gonna go to the fall market. And also the sun is coming out a little bit, so like that's always nice. So let's find an outfit and go to the market. Okay, on the way, I wanted to dress for cuteness and aesthetic, but because I'm getting sick, I can't play with the weather, and the weather is it's like really cold today. So I'm just gonna wear this like oversized hoodie with my aloe jacket, which I'll have on my like to know it, this scarf because it always keeps me so warm. And that's really it. Black jeans, and I'm gonna change into the shoes. So actually I just have to say, these shoes that I got from UGG are iconic. I literally love them. They're gonna be like my winter boot. It's not winter out obviously yet, but they're like a take. They don't look the cutest right now. I want to pop a picture so I can show you what it looks like. Also, don't mind the broom behind me or the little pan, but these are like a take on Timberlands, but they're like cuter, smaller. I don't know. I'll have them linked if you want them. They're really comfortable as well. Sunday. It is almost 9 o'clock in the morning and I'm about to go to Pilates and I'm so happy. Like literally my past self, I thank her because I put myself on a wait list for Pilates because there's never any classes last minute. But I was like, you know what? Let me just put myself on a wait list and see if it becomes available. And I woke up this morning and they said there was one spot available at 10 a.m. And I'm just happy because I can get out of my house and that is gonna also push me to go do the things I said that I was going to do. I woke up feeling not any more under the weather, which is great, feeling a little bit better. I journaled a lot this morning and I decided to tackle one side of, or one thing off of my cleaning list because I had a little bit of time to kill before I go to Pilates this morning. So I cleaned out my entire front closet, which I've been waiting to do that. I took out all the heels and the shoes that I don't wear and I'm gonna be throwing them out or donating them. I cleaned all my heels that need to be cleaned off that I don't wear all the time, that usually will get a little bit dusty, but I still wanna wear, and organized all my coats and everything. So the front area is feeling very nice and fresh. I still need to tackle my kitchen, which I'm gonna do that later when I come back. But last night was really fun. I kind of forgot to vlog some of the clips because I was taking so many photos and then I was in the moment and then I forgot to take some things landscape. So I added in whatever I could add in. It was a really good time, a really good day to just go to the fall market. It was actually kind of closed, so we ended up going to Stacked Market instead, and then we got some lattes. And at the Stacked Market, they actually had this Dermalogica pop-up, and they did free skin analysis tests, and so they showed you like how much sun damage you have, like your pores, your like the UV damage that you might have on your face. Well, I guess that's the same as sun. But like blue light damage or environmental toxins and stuff like that on your skin. So I didn't have the worst results, but she was saying like more exfoliating, and I asked her because I wanted to start exfoliating more, and she was like, but you should be doing more chemical exfoliating, not physical. And I knew that I needed to do more chemical exfoliating, which is different than just like physically like harder things on the skin. And I was like waiting for a reason to use my Dr. Dennis Gross peel pads, which I've used them a long time ago before, and they're apparently really good for chemically exfoliating the skin. So as soon as I came home last night, I did a bunch of skincare, which I didn't film because I was just kind of like tired, but I did that. And then I used my Magic Water gel cream from Charlotte Tilbury, and it's really thick and it doesn't feel the best on the skin, but it's supposed to feel like that because it's supposed to be like an overnight mask. So I put that on my skin after the chemical peel, which I feel like it really helped nourish my skin. Like even this morning, like my skin is feeling very plumpy and nice, which, you know, sometimes chemical peels, they sound like they're really stripping. It's not like, it's very like mild. I've used them before and my skin is like kind of sensitive, but no matter what, your skin is gonna feel a little bit more dried and more stripped. So I put that on and I'm feeling super nice and fresh. Also, we went to this pizza place. We literally stood in line for about an hour and a half, probably 2 hours for this damn pizza, but it was really good. It was in Ossington or near Ossington, and it's called Badali Pizza, I think that's how you say it, and it was super fire. I have 2 more pieces that I'm gonna have to eat today because I was like, I might as well get a bunch if I'm gonna be here. And we grabbed some water before we left that area, and Ossington is so cute. Everyone always talks about Ossington, and I've been there a few times. I've never really spent a lot of time there. I don't know why I was thinking Kensington Market every single time I thought of Ossington Avenue in Toronto, and they're not the same, obviously. And I need to go back. Like, I need to spend all of my time at Ossington Avenue. If I am not there, then I'm at home because everything is so cute over there. It's so aesthetic. There's just like normal bars and restaurants. It's not really giving like nightclub scene the way that like Entertainment District or like Fashion District or just like King Street West honestly can be, which I'm not really super into. So I definitely want to spend more time over there. And I went with my friend Kendra, actually. She's from my hometown, but she lives in Toronto. We always have the best time. She just like drives us around and we do random things. So we went through a million TikToks and things that we need to do this fall and winter. So stay tuned for definitely more vlogs of, you know, getting facials, doing pottery, doing all of the cute things in the city because there's so many things that we could do. And I'm here. I've reignited the flame. I need to go out and live my best life. So I'm so happy that I went out. That obviously picked up my mood so much. I got home and did skincare, and I just, you know, I was very happy with the day. Today, what I'm gonna do, like I said, I'm going to Pilates and then come back. I wanna stop at the market and do a bunch of stuff. So we're gonna continue on. I hope that as you're watching this video, maybe you're getting in a better mood. It's actually very sunny right now, which is really nice. And I'm feeling good. I'm feeling fun, fresh, and it's just a new day. And I choose to not feel gloomy, not feel depressed, not feel anything. And I hope you do too. By the way, guys, I love this bottle from Bottle, and if you guys want a discount, I do have a code. I think it's 15 Alicia YT or something. I don't know. I'm actually just gonna put it on the screen and it'll be linked in the bio. I worked with them on a recent video and I'm just like, I really am obsessed with this freaking bottle. I don't know what you can see in this mirror, but I'm too lazy just to hold. So I have this set from Buff Bunny and I will have it linked on my like to know it. And I just put a shirt over top because honestly, like, I don't sweat too much at Pilates, and I'm gonna obviously bundle up because it's freezing outside. I'm also bringing everything in a tote because I'm gonna go right to the market right after I do my Pilates. So let's go to Pilates. We are back and we are better than ever. We have a lot of things and we did Pilates, and Pilates was hard today. Pilates was so hard today. My legs were burning. I wish I could get like clips at the Pilates class of me like moving and doing the things, but I can't do that. Literally only 6 people at a time in that studio, and like obviously I don't want to film other people. And yeah, it's just like, it's not the place to be a vlogger. But I go to the studio called Have a Nice Day Pilates. If you're in Toronto, definitely go to that Pilates studio because it is amazing. Also, I was wondering why the roads were all shut down when I was walking to Pilates, and I had a feeling there was some sort of running marathon thing that was going on. And then when I left, everyone was running. So that was cool to see everyone. It kind of just like made me motivated. I'm like, wow, like maybe I should take up running. I'm probably not. I'm not, but like good for them. And as soon as I got home, it started to rain a little bit. So I was like, everything is perfectly on time. So let me quickly just show you what I got. I got these organic strawberries because they looked really good, and I'm craving a Greek yogurt bowl. See, this is what I do. Sometimes I'll have a plain, I always have plain Greek yogurt and I add my own honey into it. And then I usually put frozen berries in them just because I always have them for smoothies. But sometimes when I'm craving something specific, and it's usually when I'm not feeling the best, I like to have fresh strawberries with granola and like dark chocolate and just leave it at that, and it tastes so good. So I was craving that, so I saw these, they look fresh and good, and so I got them. I was also looking for Persian cucumbers because I was watching Paige Lorenzi, I don't know how to say her last name, and she cooks a lot, and she was talking about how she makes her Greek salad, and I'm really, like, I love a good Greek salad. She was saying that she switched to Persian cucumbers and it makes a difference and they're really sweet. I couldn't find them anywhere, so I ended up just getting mini cucumbers, and that's just gonna have to do until I find where to get Persian cucumbers. I went to the St. Lawrence market, by the way. This is where I got everything. I got 3 fresh bagels, sesame seed and poppy seed bagels. And this is more for like the week because I have, okay, by the way, follow me on Pinterest, but I have a Pinterest board of food ideas. It has nothing to do with the recipes. Like the recipes aren't on there. I just like aesthetically like to see certain food items, and then I'll like be inspired to make them, and I'll just maybe go find a recipe. I'll just make it myself. I don't really like following recipes, honestly, but I had seen a lot of bagel sandwiches, bacon, eggs, and a good bagel, and so I'm craving that, so I got it. I got some more organic tomatoes on the vine, which that will be for the Greek salad. I got some grass-fed bacon. I looked up this farm. It's Beretta Farms, and it says that everything is grass-fed there, like no antibiotics, things like that. So I got some bacon for obviously the bagels. Got some barrel feta for the salad also. I don't know if I actually like this feta now that I'm looking at it. I don't know if I like that one, whatever, it's fine. I got some chicken thighs, organic, I believe. And this is gonna be for this soup that I got. I went to the market yesterday and I bought this little thing. My friend said they're really good. It's just like a chicken noodle. They add the spices, like the rice, the noodles, everything. You put it in a pot and you cook it. You just follow the recipe. And then I was like, okay, then I'll just like add my own chicken into it. I got some more pasture raised eggs. And I also stopped at the dollar store to get a new shower curtain because it was getting a little grimy and gross and I needed that. So I'm gonna put everything away and I need to do some, I figured might as well just do my self-care now. I like to do it at night, but I figured just do it now because I need to have a shower after Pilates. So I'm gonna put this away and then go have a shower. All right, so change of plans. I just had one of my leftover pieces of pizza and I just relaxed for like a second. I think what I'm gonna do is finish cleaning and then do my self-care because like it kind of just makes more sense and I'm not like gross and sweaty really from Pilates anyways. So what I need to do is organize, take out all of the stuff from my cabinets, throw anything I don't need. I have to clean up everything, just like reorganize things. I wanna get rid of all of the stuff in my fridge and clean the fridge. And then when everything is done, I'm just gonna prep my Greek salad and cook the soup probably. Quickly clean the floors and then I'll honestly be done. I'm just trying to get this done like quickly. I don't wanna spend my whole entire Sunday cleaning and prepping. So I'm trying to get out of my head and just like do it quickly. I'm just gonna play a bunch of like vlogs. I was just recently watching, or not recently, I was just watching Brooke and Danielle's vlog, or I guess Danielle Carolyn, I think that's how you say her last name. They like went back and did like a fall mall shopping spree, like where they went to Bath and Body Works, like the old YouTube vibes where they do like a fall haul. So it was really cute. So anyways, I'm just gonna play some like vlog stuff in the background and get this done. can we just take a moment for this soup? Okay, I put full on chicken thighs in here and I could have cut them up, honestly. They kind of broke it apart, but whatever, I was just too lazy. This smells amazing and I am forever gonna get one of those things that I showed you guys from the market and just make it that way. Like, gone are the days of trying to make chicken noodle soup from scratch. All I had to do was put in water after I browned the chicken and then the rest of the ingredients, and then I let it boil, simmer, and I cooked it for like an hour and a half, and then I added in the noodles. Like, this is the best thing ever. Also, tell me how the other day I messaged my best friend Joy and I told her that I was really bored and sad. I wasn't really that sad though. Like, I was just like bored and I was sick. And I was like, can you please just order me cake to my house? Because like, I'm your best friend and I deserve it, right? And then she asked me what my unit number was, and then she sent me cake to my house. I already ate the other cake, but this is like waiting for me to eat and I just love her. So shout out to Joy. If you're not already following her, follow her on Instagram. And she doesn't have a YouTube, well, she actually has a YouTube channel, but it's not, she hasn't posted yet, but she's really into finances and she's literally my financial advisor. So anyways, guys, here we are. We have cleaned the entire apartment. Actually, that's a lie because I still need to do my office, but I can't. I want to chill for the rest of the night. And honestly, it's not dirty. I just need to like design it type of thing, which I need to go online and kind of like figure out what I want to get. But I cleaned the floors, obviously. I dusted everything. I just cleaned everything. The view is looking nice. The weather's so weird today, honestly. It was like very gloomy. I really do need to wash my windows, but yep, this is what it looks like, CN Tower. This is my candle that I actually made at a candle making place. I forget what it's called. In Yorkville. I think it's actually called Candle, but it smells immaculate and I love that I've made it myself. My desk area is all nice and clean. Okay, so this is supposed to be like a bar cart situation. I just put these cowboy boots here and these new shoes that Spring sent me. I know you guys can't really see them too well, but they have little hearts on them. But I've seen this on Pinterest and I kind of like the vibe, but I do need to find something to keep like my cowboy boots actually up. And I've also decided that I think I want to do something cowboy or cowgirl, I should say, themed for Halloween, but that is for another day. I just put my bags on here for now. I don't really drink alcohol. Like, I have some tequila on my oven or my countertop, but like, I don't really drink, so I don't want to make this a whole bar cart thing. I don't know. So right now my bags look fine there. I do want to have a piece of artwork here. I think that would just tie in everything. I just want to make the piece of artwork something that is actually unique to me. So that's going to be my next find, or one of my next finds. And my washroom, which I've already kind of lived in it a little bit, so I've kind of moved things around, but everything is looking nice and clean. I also organized all of this shelving, which was a mess before, and I'm really happy about it. Down there is just my garbage bags. I put all of my reusable bags in here. Bags and like tinfoil and stuff, or parchment paper, I should say. That's actually not tinfoil. I should get some. All of my vitamins, there's other ones that I have, but these are like water drop. Oh my God. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to pick that up. But, oh my gosh. These are like water droplets that you can put into your water and it tastes really good. I actually worked with them on a video in the summertime, and then just like all the things that I need. Also just like actual medicine if I need it. I just put some cloths up here and I have more reusable bags. These are like extra large ones that I like to use when I like to trek and make a huge grocery run. And then I just put my chicken pot thing up there, and then coconut oil because it's huge. And in here, I just cleaned everything up. There was honey everywhere, which was so annoying. So I just gonna put whatever I pull. Honestly, I don't eat a lot of like packaged stuff. I eat a lot of beef jerky. I don't really have rice, and I haven't made this tuna, but I was really into tuna in the summertime. I have so many nuts back here, and I literally was asking myself, why do I have so many nuts? I don't eat them really. But sometimes I like to have almonds or walnuts and I eat them with dark chocolate. So that's like kind of the way that I usually eat them. And in the back I just have like granola and stuff. Up here, more supplements. So my cramp relief stuff that I always take. These Vegamore, they're for like your hair and your skin, I think. They sent this to me, and I really don't know how on earth any gummies would really work that well, because I feel like there's just not enough like biotin and like vitamins in here, and I just eat healthy and that's how I'm healthy. But I'm not gonna lie, these are the best tasting biotin gummies I have ever tasted. And literally, I've tasted so many of them. They are bomb. I'm literally just gonna rebuy them just because of that. And then just like random stuff up here, vitamin D. I have a cinnamon tea for when I'm on my period, more athletic greens. And then up here, I need to go to Popeyes and get more grass-fed whey protein. I literally have syrup because sometimes I like girl dinner and I make Kodak pancakes and I add protein powder in it and then I just douse it with syrup because girl dinner. Of course, I cleaned out my fridge as well. So just put the strawberries, whatever, bell peppers, tomatoes. I know I'm probably not supposed to put my meat here. Don't judge me for how I do things in this fridge, okay? But I just put all my meat in there too because I'm gonna make that steak tomorrow. And my athletic greens that I always put into my smoothies. I get a big thing of Greek yogurt because I use it for my smoothies. I use it for everything, honestly. These Magic Mind shots are so good also. They have matcha in it. They have like nootropics, I don't know. They're really good. And my eggs, I have the oat milk for usually, I put some oat milk and half grass-fed cream and milk, I guess, in my coffee. I don't know why I do that. And then I have orange juice in the back because I add a little bit of orange juice to my smoothies. If you wanna see all of the food that I ever eat, I post it a lot on my Instagram stories, and I also have a highlight where you can see everything that I eat. And then I made the Greek salad and just put it in here. Well, as you can probably tell, I did have my self-care night already, or self-care section already done. I was like too gassed to honestly try and film a whole thing, but I do actually have an everything shower routine if you do want to see what I do for like my hair and my whole body. I honestly needed to buy more products, so I actually didn't do like a full everything shower. So I just wanted to do my hair because my hair was looking an absolute mess today, and it feels literally, you feel like a brand new bitch when you do your whole hair routine and just like get it wherever you need it. Like literally they're just tied up into little twists with lots of product, and that is what my hair absolutely loves, and I'm gonna sleep with it, and tomorrow I'm just gonna feel amazing. But there was a few things that I was thinking about yesterday and today, just observing about myself, my emotions, and how either the weather or life, you know, whatever it is, affects me. I started to realize that I am slowly breaking cycles the same way I did in different areas of my life. Bring it back to like when I was really struggling with an unhealthy relationship with food, like binge eating like crazy, starting and stopping working out. I would honestly like do things so incredibly perfect, wellness routines, all these things for like a week, and then I would fall off for like 2 weeks and I'd be so depressed, and me falling off would just be so bad. I just like would not take care of myself, and then I would go into those cycles again and again and again. And it took me so many years to get out of them. My whole channel is made up of all the things that I've ever done, honestly, to get out of them. Lots of healing work that really actually helped me. Getting over perfectionism, getting out of my own way, unconditionally loving myself when I do technically mess up. Those are definitely things that have helped me. But something that I just didn't really know back then that I know now, which I can tell myself in the moments where I feel like I'm kind of going into the same rut, let's say, you are not going to do everything perfect, nor should you, nor do you need to. And especially when you are trying to heal from certain cycles that you tend to continue to fall into. And whether that's, you know, you trying to not get so down or depressed when the weather changes, or when the weather is not good, or, you know, when your relationships are not going the best. Sometimes we get pissed off at ourselves, or we think that we're not changing because we kind of go into the same emotions or the same feelings. But I find when you witness yourself going into another cycle that you deem maybe not helpful and not healthy, don't look at it as you're failing and you're not changing. It's just that you're going through a cycle of healing. And usually what happens on a healing journey is you kind of like go around this cyclical little circle, and you kind of touch on the same wound multiple times over, but maybe every single time that you touch on that wound, it doesn't hurt as bad. It's not as fresh. It's not as hard. The weekend is not as hard for you to go through because maybe you've already gone through it before. Now you've learned more healing tactics. You've been able to tell yourself a new story. You've gained more new insights. So when you're going through it again, maybe it doesn't hurt as bad, whatever it is. I think you can even think about this when it comes to breakups, at least for me. My first ever breakup versus the last breakup that I had ever gone through felt completely different. Doesn't mean that it didn't hurt, but being older, going through things, understanding my worth, my value, not taking things so personally, just like all of the things that I was able to kind of aid myself through that breakup, it did not kill me as much as it did when I first went through it. And when you're going through something again, the worst thing that you could tell yourself is, I shouldn't be going through this at all. Like, you should have only gone through one breakup ever. And if you go through it again, then that means you're failing. Like, that makes no sense, right? So even think about your own situation, whatever it is. If you're feeling down once again and you're just kind of like, oh my gosh, like, when is this going to end type of vibe? I get that, but I find that what's helped me is to change my perspective of witnessing myself when I am going into those deeper emotions and not judging myself or shaming myself for going through those things, and also witnessing and pointing out the ways in which I've done better this time. And I've even watched myself this weekend, and I have gone through many of these weekends where the weather is not the best, or things aren't working out in my life, and I'm feeling a little bit down, whatever it is. And I remember how I carried those emotions when I went out to go see my friends, or when I was cleaning my place. And now thinking to when I went out with my friend this weekend, or when I was cleaning my place, these heavy emotions that sometimes we feel because it's normal, they were not weighing on me as heavy, but they were still there. And I just witnessed them. And I just looked at myself like, wow, this is growth, right? Growth is not you just never dealing with those emotions again. And those, you're just so strong that you just never feel heavy emotions at all. No, that's not what it is. Growth is witnessing yourself being like, whoa, I didn't feel so heavy today or this weekend, or I did everything that I needed to do, and I didn't just fall off because I was not feeling the best. Where I was able through most of the day to actually really be in the present moment and enjoy my music and enjoy my own company and enjoy cleaning, enjoy whatever I was doing. Really just pointing out the ways in which that you change on a small level can really, really help you. And I think especially for us, the ones who are those perfectionists, it's so important that we do witness ourselves doing these micro little changes over time, and to point out the positive instead of pointing out the negative, right? When we're so in the perfectionist mindset, we're just like, wow, I'm having a bad day, I failed, or I'm not doing good. But it's no, what are the ways in which that I've actually done so much better this time around versus last time? It's okay if you get triggered by things in your life, relationships, friendships, things not working out, or simply like me this weekend, simply, just like the weather, the weather can affect you a lot. But what are some of the things that you can point out that, maybe you've learned, or you've gained some insight, or, maybe you spent more of your day happy instead of all of every single day sad, And another thing is just to understand that this too shall pass, even thinking about the weather, simply something easy as the weather. The sun is gonna come out, okay? And I think that you kind of have to do your best to always focus on that, understanding you don't need to rush the emotional process that sometimes you might be going through. You don't need to try and get out of it and run out of it, which is something that we all try and do. And we do that because we don't normalize sometimes those deeper emotions, and we're uncomfortable with them. But once you get more comfortable with the fact that you're a human being and you're gonna have those low emotions, and you're gonna be low sometimes, and you just unconditionally love yourself and observe yourself going through those times, anyways, it makes the rush for needing the sun a little bit less. It doesn't mean that we don't want the sun. It doesn't mean we don't want the light at the end of the tunnel, right? But it's just it's okay. And also you trust it's gonna come back out. And when it does come back out, and when things get better in your life, you are going to just appreciate it so much more, and you're gonna be so much more well equipped for the next time when you go through that healing cycle and something comes up and you hit that wound again, and you're gonna be even more, just a little bit or maybe a lot, you're gonna be even more resilient to be able to go through something like that doesn't mean you're not gonna go through hard emotions. It doesn't mean there might not be a breakup. It doesn't mean that things might not happen in your life, okay? I'm not trying to talk like bad things into your life, but yeah, I just witnessed that within myself in many ways and aspects in my own personal life this weekend. And even releasing perfectionism, like I even said, going to see my friend instead of deciding I have to clean, right? Or even tonight I realized, you know what, the office is gonna be another situation for another day, because I want to actually enjoy my night. Things don't need to be completely rushed. Things don't need to be done. We don't need to continue to run to this finish line. It's like sometimes we just are running away from ourselves essentially. But the best thing that I did learn on my healing journey was to be okay with not being okay. To be okay with these uncomfortable emotions and not tell myself that I shouldn't be feeling these things. It's normal. It's actually very not normal to have an expectation for yourself, for you to like never feel sad about things, or let's say you're breaking certain patterns in your life. And I think back to when I was food. It wasn't like one day I woke up and I'm just never gonna binge eat again. It is not how it worked. It was slowly over time I started adding more things in my life that was gonna help me emotionally be able to deal with the trials and tribulations of life. And when I did mess up, there's no really messing up, but when I did mess up, I learned how to not be so hard on myself, which allowed me to slowly get out of the binge eating, right? And that just happened over time, but it wasn't just like this, I woke up the next day and I'm completely healed. It doesn't work like that. It just doesn't work like that. So I hope this video made you feel somewhat inspired, happy, something. If you like this type of video, please let me know and I can make more of them. I have lots more content to come on my channel. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not subscribed, because I can see who's not subscribed, like the percentage, and there's actually a huge percentage of people who are not subscribed to the channel. And that is most likely, well, it's usually due to the fact that we don't usually scroll on our subscription page anymore. We usually scroll on our homepage, so people will find my videos that way. And then, you know, when I post a new one, if you are still in the niche of what I'm posting, you'll just see it and then you'll click it. But if you are subscribed, algorithm will make sure that all my videos are on your home feed, even if you're not on your subscription feed. And of course, follow me on Instagram if you want to keep up with my life. I like to post all random things on my story. And also, I do have a podcast, the Globe Seekers podcast, if you need more healing talks, self-love talks. I also just do like updates and like fun episodes these days as well. And I have it on my YouTube channel, the Globe Secrets Podcast, as well as Spotify, Apple, anywhere you listen to your podcast audio. If you want to do a hot girl walk, and you can tag me on the Globe Secrets Podcast Instagram, where I share lots of quotes and fun things. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.